Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pullze Check podcast, baby. Guys, today, as I always say, it's fine. We got a special one for you, man. Guys, we have been wondering what's going on for the last, since we've heard an announcement at JGOD Next in 2024 about when Verdansk is dropping. And finally, there's been some, leaks / rumors coming out there. And I'm going to keep it $150. If Ghost of Hope tweets it, and then immediately after, Charlie Intel tweets it, I think it's pretty common. Everybody knows this. If Charlie tweets it, it's almost but confirmed. So pretty much there's a tweet that went out and that Verdansk is coming in season 3. I think that's kind of been already like rumored. So a lot of people already kind of knew that, right? But now I guess even more rumors are suggesting this. So here's the tweet, guys. They said, Charlie tweeted out, new rumors on Verdansk's return to Warzone. Set to return in season 3. Map similar to OG Verdansk. Stadiums accessible inside, but roof is closed. And train system has returned, man. Boys, talk to me, man. I mean, there's been a whole... It's been like rumored that this was going to drop in season 3. Like even then, I guess the first note that I want to go over there, it says set to return with season 3. Do you guys think that that means season 3 or set to return like as in sometime within that shit?
There's a couple things where it's kind of odd because like obviously back in COD Next, they said it was going to be early 2025. So most people jumped to around March 10th because that's the anniversary. So that made the most logical sense if they could meet that deadline. Obviously, they have no problem like putting out the content before it's ready because we saw that with the integration. So maybe they won't wait until it's actually ready or whatever. Hopefully it's ready, right? Yeah. But will that be mid-season? I don't know if they'll push it out. Like they'll just put it out whenever they can and hopefully it's salvageable or finished, right? Like because we've seen that with the integration. They have no fucks dropping it a month early than we expect and it being a broken mess. So I don't know.
Okay. Ebatez, thoughts on it?
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if this wasn't at the beginning of season 3, which is what, March 20th or something like that, I think was the start date. So, or like that's when season 2 ends. I think season 2 ends March 19th.
19th.
So
and then
everyone's assuming season 3 would start March 20th. So I would be very surprised if they dropped it in a mid-season update. Like that wouldn't make sense. And I think it's pretty typical where we'll see like the update before something happens. We'll usually get like data miners that like kind of go into the files because they like kind of preload stuff, which is kind of why we're seeing some of this stuff come out because we had the season 2.5 update and now people are kind of like leaking stuff. So yeah, I think it's almost all but confirmed for the beginning of season 3.
Okay. Hunter, thoughts, bro? Sorry.
Yeah, what I was going to say is we all assumed March 10th. So we thought it was going to be like at the end of season or like at the mid-season 2, depending on how the dates lined up. But now it's like looking like at the end of this season will be March 20-ish. So that's kind of the expected date. And if it's not then it's like, then it has to be April something, right? And that seems a ways away. So I don't know. That's kind of, go ahead, Hunter.
Hunter.
I gotta be careful here. I mean,
wait.
Based off of like, rumored operators and weapons, it would not make sense to be mid-season 3.
Okay.
I think it should most definitely be at the start of season 3. That would make the most sense, but they do a lot of crazy stuff.
Well, I gotta be careful.
I mean, I don't want to be the one getting in trouble for anything I didn't do, so just saying, like.
Wait, okay, so here is where my confusion comes because, okay, I actually just made a video on this, right? And I looked up when does season 3 start, and it says March 20th on Google, right? Boys, that is in, I thought it was March 20th, like, and I kept saying this like 2 months ago. I was like, yo, I think that's what it is. Everybody's saying that would align perfectly with the whole March 10th release. But guys, that makes 1, 2, 3.5 weeks until Verdansk. And we have had zero marketing, zero anything. Do you guys actually think that this would still come in March 20th?
The lack of marketing makes perfect sense though.
You think so?
Original Warzone, they literally dropped the trailer. Yeah, it's too far out to market it now. And when Verdansk originally came out, they literally dropped the trailer. Didn't it come out like the next day?
I don't remember if it was that close. But normally the way the marketing works is they have certain timetables of things already lined up. So next week, this week coming up, or in like 2 days or 3 days, we have the Ninja Turtle event, the actual event that's supposed to drop.
Right.
And then that'll drop like the aftermarket part for LMGs and maybe a couple other things. I don't even know what the hell else is in there. The paid mini event nonsense that they're doing now. And then after that, we'll probably get maybe a teaser. And then after that, we'll get like a roadmap. And then after that, we'll get patch notes into the update. That's kind of the cadence they normally do content at. So I wouldn't expect this to be any different, because basically if they do Verdansk hype now, then the event that they've been paid to market through Ninja Turtles is basically getting scammed.
I didn't think about it like that.
I just checked, the Verdansk trailer came out March 9th and Verdansk launched March 10th, so they could do anything.
No way. Oh
Wait,
my God.
actually?
I mean, that's what, isn't that what Apex did too? They dropped the trailer and they came out next day. Or,
I didn't
they've
know
done
that.
I don't know.
Is that like
Same
a
day,
new
I think.
thing? Like, do you think it's just because like nowadays people just kind of forget about things quick and it's like TikTok brain, you know, as they explain it?
Yes,
like,
a bazillion percent. A short form content, people
Okay.
consume so much things a day that could easily be something they forget. 100%.
I'm actually, dude,
sense.
okay, in my opinion, like, I did not think, like, I'm like, bro, I'm like, yo, they're running out of time. There's no, like, if this shit's actually coming out, then there's no marketing, right? And so if you're telling me that the 9th was when they did a trailer for Warzone and then 11 days later, no, wait, a day
One day
later.
later.
One day later it launched? Brother, what?
That's crazy. I mean, okay. That kind of
I mean,
like, I think
that's
it's a
the
good
best
thing
way to
though,
do it.
because I was super concerned. I'm like, yo, we don't have any marketing. Like, is this shit actually going to be hype? But if that's how they've done it in the past,
They'll
and it worked,
definitely
I mean,
have marketing. They'll definitely have marketing.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
sure.
They're going to appeal to
we had a
nostalgia,
trailer-
and they'll probably do all kinds of crazy shit. I think they're going to
The
put so
trailer
much
was
money
with,
into it. It's going to be ridiculous.
yeah. The trailers was with a bunch of like celebrities too, no? Like it was like
That was
the people in
Verdansk
the
84.
helicopter, right?
That was
Oh,
Verdansk
that Verdansk
84.
84? Okay.
Yeah.
And
I
so
would imagine
that
they're doing
event,
something crazy.
they did do a pre-gameplay event too. So I think content creators were also able to post content. I wasn't part of that event. I don't think any of us were, but they had like a lot of creators, COD creators at that event back then to play Warzone early. I think I remember Noah J, Marksman. I think Shauna was there. Like, I can't remember, like, Swag, obviously. There was a bunch of people that went to that early access event for the game.
Yeah.
2 seconds, guys.
No, you're good. You're good.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah, I mean, dude, I don't know. Like, so if that's the case, right, if you guys think that it's still possible for it to be in 3.5 weeks, when do you guys expect to see some sort of announcement?
I think in a week or two.
So you think it
I
would
don't
take,
know.
bro, in a week or two? That would be like,
Yeah, because the Ninja Turtle thing got to go through, bro.
when
No,
does the
I
Ninja
agree
Turtle
with
thing
you.
end?
Like-
that.
Like Squid Games, like all that, you know, they have to like do things a certain way. They signed a deal to make
Yeah.
that shit important.
Right. No, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it like what JGOD said. But honestly, bro, at the end of the day, I mean, I think the thing is there's all this content being pushed out right now for Verdansk. Like I know Swag's uploaded a bunch of videos. I uploaded a video today. Like it did really well. And I know that like a lot of stuff's getting pushed on YouTube, TikTok, everything for Verdansk. So like the creator marketing is getting pushed insanely. And I feel like they don't need to do their marketing until like the week of or the day, like even the day before, bro. Because if that's what they've done in the past, there's all this information being spread through Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, everything right now. So I would not be surprised if they just drop it on the day of or day before.
Oh my God. Yo, I'm actually mind blown. Like I didn't like,
Yeah.
oh, go ahead.
I didn't know that.
Well, somebody in the chat's all like, well, there's no TNMT shows or movies though. Well, there wasn't any Terminator
It's a
stuff
brand.
either. It's
still a brand.
But on top of that, technically there are Ninja Turtle things happening. That I think it's later this year. I think they're actually supposed to come out with the video game that's supposed to be like God of War. That's supposed to be based off the comic book series that's been popularized in the past couple years. Where basically 3 out of the 4 Ninja Turtles die, and there's a whole story about that and whatever. But yeah, that's aside.
Okay, well, y'all bring a different perspective that I actually didn't even think of. So, look, let's go to the tweet and let's discuss it, fellas. So we see, JD, if you want to bring it up, let's kind of piece it piece by piece, and we'll go over it frame by frame, right? So set to return season 3. I asked you guys, do you guys think it'll be mid-season? Do you think it'll be launch? Because set to return with season 3, I feel like that could imply one or the other, right? Now it says map similar to OG Verdansk. What is y'all's thoughts on this? In my opinion, I think, or I thought it would be like the closest thing to Verdansk 84, just because like it's right now what is called Black Ops at. It's 90s,
91?
right? It's in the 90s. So
Well,
I know
84 would only make the most sense.
Listen, it wouldn't, because they don't care about the story. Like realistically, the story does not matter, so it's not going to be anywhere near 84. And also, I want to mention too is I think it also will be season 3, because if you look at the track record of every map that comes out, it's always the seasonal. Like when you like on Xbox, PlayStation, PC, the application picture is always the operators on the new map when they release a new map. So it would not make any sense for them to drop a new season and the background's not Verdansk with operators in front of it. So that, you know, if you look at the track record, they've never done a mid-season release of any map. And yeah, I don't think
the thing here,
84 is relevant.
You think so?
I think the thing here is like they probably want to. So first of all, like you're not going to please everybody, and I think the safest call here is to release it at its original state, so that they can kind of build the story either the same way or a different way. It kind of gives them free reign to do whatever. Because then if they do it a different way and they're in the middle of like Verdansk 84, then people are going to be like, well, this doesn't make sense. So this is probably just like a fresh start, so they're not going to do the same exact, you know, like LTMs and like events and stuff. There's no way. So I'm sure they wanted to do it this way so that they could kind of start from the scratch.
There's no story. Like we guys, there's no story. We gotta just know there's no story. They already have Avalon season cinematics.
There has to be.
No. They're Avalon. You've seen it already. They have Avalon, and that map's December, November. Like it's there. There's no story. That's not even.
You don't think so? Anymore. Let me ask you this.
No.
So what I was thinking is like, why would it take them this long to release the same original map? Like this long? It's taken a while. Why would they wait this long if you don't think that they're already?
They got to rebuild it from scratch. Yeah,
because what ended
this map has a lot.
When they switched over to Warzone 2,
right?
Well, when they
like
switched over to Warzone 2
or something.
Yeah, they changed systems and play. My understanding is the way they changed the systems is they changed the way the lighting works in the game, because obviously it gives them more power to make the game look better or whatever the hell you want to call it. So the lighting. It's not like plug and play, like, oh, let's remove this light and just add this light and then everything works. Okay. I don't think it really functions that way. The same thing with audio is like when they built the original, they made it with certain materials. Now they have to go through and build it from scratch, and probably spot checking an old map is a way harder to do than just like, okay, let's start with the blue map, like the blueprint, and let's just build it up. And I think what it'll end up being is something similar to like what we had with MW2, the original. Those maps being added to MW3, and essentially they're the same but different. So I think it'll be that feel of remake or remaster, or whatever you want to call it. So when you play like Skid Row or whatever, it's like that.
So y'all don't think it was like just a copy paste? You think they built that shit from the ground up?
I think they had to.
100%. They had to.
Yeah,
for
same
sure.
thing when they did the MW3 maps, and we got to play MW3 early, and we talked to the Sledgehammer people, and they were like, oh yeah, even though these maps are like basically copied and pasted, each one took like 6 months of dev work, like to get each individual remake built. Yeah. So I'd imagine like a regular Skid Row being 6 months of work. Imagine how long Verdansk.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, shit's
so
huge.
Then
that's just realistic. I don't know.
At what point do you guys think that they decided, hey, let's make Verdansk? Like at what point, like how long do you think that took them to cook up? Has this been, you think, multiple years in the making?
No.
Warzone 2.
It was no. It was during MW3.
MW3.
They definitely decided Warzone 2. There's no way. They definitely were like, yeah, Warzone 2 was. I'm sure the conversation started during Warzone 2.
Decided back then, Avalon wouldn't have been a thing.
Yeah, they saw the success of OG49, and they were like, "Oh, hey, like, let's do that." And that's when they started working on it. That's why we don't have it at launch.
I think the Rebirth numbers did really well too.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, for like when Rebirth come back?
Yeah, because people will go, "Oh, it's still nostalgia. Rebirth faded," and we're like, "No, people are no lifing Rebirth right now, dog. What are you talking about?"
Yeah, and Rebirth was only gone for like what, a year and a couple months.
Yeah,
it's not like it was gone that long.
Like 1,200 days.
2021 is when Verdansk left.
Bro. So like, okay, so there's a lot to unpack here, right? Like, wait, okay. Verdansk was never intended to return to Warzone, in quotes. This is by Modern Warzone. The decision to bring back Verdansk was made after seeing the success of Fortnite OG in 2023, according to a new report from Insider Gaming. The originally planned Warzone map for 2024 Avalon will release in fall of 2025. When is fall, fellas?
Ooh.
Interesting. That's
It
like,
would have already came out.
dude, that's
Okay.
September. Wait, yeah, when was this tweet?
It was this. Okay, Avalon would have came out with
It's a long time ago.
the Black
Yeah, a
Ops
year
6
ago.
integration. Yeah.
Yo.
Dude, you can tell that Avalon's ready to go because you know how you can like fly around the multiplayer
Hey,
maps? Dude, it's
to
all
be
done.
fair, That's at
It's
least when
all
Verdansk
done.
was started, right? Like way before this. Like before
Yeah.
that date. That date gives us a clue, right? Because obviously this is leaked based off real information and it hasn't
Yeah.
been false yet. So if you scroll down, that date is it's before that date Verdansk started being built. So over a year.
Here's my question though. Are we going to keep Verdansk and Avalon and doing a map rotation? There's no way they release Verdansk for 5 months. Everyone's going to be pissed if Verdansk comes back.
Well-
I don't think it's
immediately.
possible.
That's a good question.
Well-
That's a good question.
There's no
There-
way.
there were-
There's just no way.
There were rumors that they were going to keep Urzikstan with Verdansk. And then they decided, okay, no, let's not do that. I heard
Okay,
that
wait, that's good
around.
news. No, that's good news.
That's good news, though. You're
Because if
right,
they
you're
get-
right.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. So if they get rid of Urzikstan, they keep Verdansk, and then at least maybe we could get both Verdansk and Avalon in the fall. There's no way they get rid of Verdansk. I think we're gonna get 2 maps, Hector, and we'll get 2 big maps probably.
Yeah,
By
here
the
you go.
way,
Like,
Nice
it
leak,
may-
Hector. Let's go,
Check.
baby. Nice
Yeah,
leak,
Al-
Hector.
By the way, guys, this is Avalon. You can go in the game right now. Maybe they patched it,
Yo,
and you
this
can
is
see the whole
BO6
map.
multiplayer. Hector,
Yeah.
this is BO6 multiplayer.
BO6 multiplayer, but it's a big map. You know what I'm saying? You know, I want to see this map. Looks cool.
This looks like-
BO6 multiplayer.
To be fair, this doesn't look bad. Avalon does
doesn't
not
look
look
bad.
bad. It looks pretty good. Like
Get the
it's
water
very
outta here,
modern.
though.
The water is
Bro,
OD though. The water
Look
is
at
OD.
how much water, bro. There's so
Yo.
much water.
When I was looking at the bottom right of it, I was like, bro, what is this? It was like firing range, but it was just all like firing range on an island.
Well, you've seen the list, right? There's like 9 maps or 10 maps, like
Yeah.
OG maps on that map.
Really? See, that's
Yeah.
what they should have done. Like, I like that. Like that.
Yeah,
that's
it's-
fire.
I think it's like 10 or I don't know the exact number, but it's a lot of maps that people have found. Even though they're Play-Doh, people figured out like they
What
have
it is,
old
yeah.
BO2 maps, like lots of them.
See,
Yeah, I mean,
that
you can-
right there.
dude,
that is what it.
Yeah, sorry to cut you off here. Avalon is playable in a lot of ways, man. Like multiplayer campaign has a lot of Avalon in it too. Like the casino mission, that's in the Battle Royale map.
The golf
And-
course, that's a map.
Dude,
WMB,
the
Yeah,
whole left
they've
side-
got a lot of stuff.
The whole left
Hacienda.
side is fire, bro. Suburbs, casino, like going,
Casinos
like,
from campaign.
Hacienda.
What else is there?
that shit look fire, bro.
There's that campaign mission where you go on top of the. I don't know if you guys played the campaign, but there's a mission where you go on top of a tower and snipe a guy in a yacht. That's in the Avalon map as well.
That's early. That's like
We
the
need a
second
loot
mission.
lake. They need to throw
Yeah.
a loot lake in by firing range.
Oh, just side note on that: the sniping when you do, there's no sway, there's no bob, and that little when you actually go to that
Aw.
tower, that's the way the gunplay should feel for sniping. It's ridiculous.
Dude, like that genuinely gives me blackout vibes. And bro, okay,
It does.
so like back to what Ebatez was saying, like we're getting Verdansk, right? Let's say in March 20th, right? If that's the case, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, right? That's 9 months, anywhere from 7 to 9 months of having Verdansk. Like, what is the likelihood that they just scrap Verdansk completely? Or-
Dude, I don't know.
I
man.
think it's
I don't
zero.
want it to go.
But what I will say is that basically their entire problem with having 2 big maps is the amount of file size, right? So I think that realistically, they've been trying to solve this for a while. And with each update, they do manage to shrink the file size, to my understanding, little by little. So hopefully by that time, maybe they have gotten it to the point where the file size can be small enough. Because the problem right now is if you're on console, on a stock console, which has 500 gigabytes or whatever of space, you realistically cannot play any game other than COD if you have multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone downloaded. Like you can,
Yeah.
but like you have to delete
gotta be
some shit.
dedicated.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the problem they do have to solve. And that's like a technical issue that they've continually had to address. It's like this recent update. Everyone's like, oh, why did I have to download 100 gigabytes? Well, if you deleted the game entirely and downloaded it from scratch, it's probably 5 gigabytes less than it was before this update. I don't know the number, but it's going to be like a % less. It's non-zero, like more than 1 gigabyte probably less in space. So they got to continue to do this over the next 6-8 months so that they could. That's the only plausible way to do 2 big maps.
And and do you guys think it's possible?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Bro,
we had 3 resurgence maps at one point alongside the big map. So
but the scale of the resurgence maps is totally different. It's like 30-to-1 ratio. We could have 30 resurgence map before we get a new big map. Like, it's crazy.
Wait, actually, it's that.
It's a lot.
There's no way. Ashika
even
was
like
pretty
Vondel
big,
in there.
I feel like.
Yeah, and Vondel was in there. Vondel's like 85 players.
72 players. Yeah, 72 players.
72 players, whatever it is.
So okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Hector. Sorry.
Let's look at both options, right? Maybe there's 3, I guess. Do they build whatever? Take a year to build one map for Verdansk, bring it back, right? Then have it for 7 months and then get rid of it, right?
No way.
Or and then get rid of it, bring in Avalon. Or do they, what's it called? Push that, keep going till whatever that month, and then have 2 maps at once? Or do they is there a chance that they just scrap Avalon completely? Or they at least don't bring it back for a whole year?
No.
Not a chance they'll scrap Avalon. Not a single chance.
Yeah, they won't scrap Avalon. I think
they gotta still progress the game either way.
By the sounds of it, it seems like we're getting 2 big maps eventually. They're gonna come out with Avalon. I'm sure it'll be the same thing. It'll be like 3 weeks of only Avalon, and then they'll bring back Verdansk again into rotation or something.
Doug said the one bright side is that Avalon should be ready to go shortly after. So even if the nostalgia wears off quickly and people move on from Verdansk, at least there will be a new map that isn't 2 years away. I think being stuck on one big map for nearly 2 years has really sucked.
I mean, the whole nostalgia thing, it just doesn't like add to the equation here because a lot of people playing Warzone now haven't even played Verdansk before, and people eat up Rebirth, and that wasn't even that gone that long. It's been there for
on top of that. Too is that the whole Verdansk thing is interesting because there's people that the day Caldera dropped, they haven't touched COD.
Yeah,
Yep.
Wow.
yeah.
Like they give 0 fucks about what has happened in the past 3 years.
100%. This whole nostalgia argument, I keep seeing people say it. I don't think nostalgia is gonna ruin any. Like there will be people who come back and they're not as excited, but people won't leave the game just because the map gets old. Like people loved Verdansk, and I really don't think that it's going to go anywhere. The only thing that really ruined Verdansk was cheaters and floating cars, and that was it. Like everyone was just like, yo, it seems like we're getting a new map and an anti-cheat, and then Caldera came out and it was no anti-cheat, so everyone was checked.
Right.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, the reality of it is Verdansk is a big map, so it's like when you play it, you're learning a lot of things. It's not like you play it a couple hours and you know everything. On top of that, we've seen evidence of Shipment and Nuketown 24/7 existing every year. So it's like the map, you can run across the map in 5 seconds and people want to play that all day rather than the 20 other maps in the game. And, we're talking about a map that's been gone since 2021 and it's gigantic, So the whole nostalgia thing, it's so played out. It's not going to be like that at all.
Okay.
Well, who I see that mostly vocal, the people, the nostalgia part, are... I know it's going to sound weird, but I think the most vocal people that don't play COD, aren't COD people. They're Battlefield refugees, they're the PUBG refugees. They're all those groups. No shade on those groups, but they don't understand the COD community. They actually don't. Just like I don't understand the Battlefield community. And I give 0 fucks to learn about it. But reality is it's okay. They just don't get it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, if I had a want, right, it would be that there is rotating maps, right? That would obviously be the best case scenario. Can they bring down the file size to do that? I don't know, right? But I agree with you, Hunter. I don't think they would just bring back a map and spend a whole year rebuilding it from the ground up just to only have it for 7 months, 7 to 9 months. Like, bro, that would be horrible. I can see them. It would be kind of crazy, but the only thing I can see them is instead of them having the integration on December or November of every single year, they just extend it like they're doing right now and have it in March and April of every year. Give themselves enough time to kind of fix the bugs and then have it. That's the only thing I can think of like being an alternative.
The other part that's interesting with Verdansk too is it did experience multiple changes, not a ton, not like an insane amount of changes, but when it originally launched, Stadium went through like 5 different progressions because we went back to 84. Downtown changed significantly. The dam turned into a different part of the map. Quarry, like there's a lot of changes that they have. So like in my mind, it makes it a little bit easier to make changes on the map going forward too, because it's not like they have to brainstorm like, ooh, which were the best changes we made. They could just go, oh, okay, cool. These played well after we changed them.
They have numbers on,
like sandbag those, because they work on shit like so far in advance. Like when we got the Godzilla event, like I saw gameplay of it leaked like 6 months before it was even like
oh shit,
like something crazy. So it was like, oh, okay, so maybe those changes could have, like they already have their plan for the map too. Hopefully, I have my fingers crossed on that. Like I think that would be kind of cool to see some of those changes happen, like at a better pace.
Right. But they just gotta start blowing shit up, bro. You know how they do it, or add bunkers somewhere. You know the way it goes. Okay, JD, bring back up the tweet and let's go over the next thing, man. So I think after that, what was that? After that, JD, after that tweet, yeah, red doors. They gotta bring back red doors. Red doors will be fire.
Bro, I was actually reviewing a lot of like customs and stuff like in Verdansk, and the red doors were sick. They were so cool,
I love red doors. I love red doors.
Yeah.
So it says stadiums accessible inside, but roof is closed. I'll be honest, boys. I don't even remember. What is this? So like, how was it before? Yeah, I don't remember.
They had that little Easter egg. They had that little Easter egg where you got the little key cards that were randomly dropped. They were kind of a pain in the ass to do, and then you'd get them, and then you'd take them to the door on the second level, and then you'd open some door, and it'd have like 10 gold chests. That's the
we gotta run it back to when. Oh, I remember everything in Stadium. I remember when it first came, like Verdansk first came out. Stadium, there was no way inside of it at all.
At all,
and it was terrible. Like, dude, people would be sitting on top. There's no way to get them. There'd be end games where if someone was on top, the gas would close on the top, and if you're at the bottom, you're just screwed. There was physically no way.
I remember that.
To get up there.
There was no way to get up, and looks like a heli, right?
Yeah, and then they ended up blowing up the stadium roof, and then that was like the craziest change ever because the inside was totally renovated. If you guys remember, they had the locker rooms.
I remember that.
The VIP section. I mean, you could go literally every single place. It was almost like you were playing a freaking open world game. Like they put a lot of detail in that. But I mean, if we can go in and put the roofs closed, I mean, who says they don't blow it up in a future season and open it up? You know?
Does this mean that there's going to be like windows and stuff that you could peek out of it, or just
they had windows
before,
if you remember.
Right? There was.
Yeah,
like,
it was at the very top floor in the VIP section area. They had the ascenders that go up from the inside and the outside, and then they had like the VIP rooms you could go into that look into the stadium. If you guys remember,
would you go into the actual stadium after that when that was available? Or no?
Yeah. You could go through. Dude, when they opened up, you could go everywhere in that stadium. The parking lot, the parking garage, every single place.
Opened it up again. You can even go underneath the map, and you can kind of hide under there.
I remember that one. I'm trying to recall like how it was because there was like, wasn't there like 4 different versions? There was like this version, right? That they're saying stadium accessible inside, but roof is closed.
No. Version. That's never been a version.
And then they had they had 4 ascenders. They had 2, 3, 4 ascenders that you could go on the very top of the roof, even when the roof was open as well. They had ways to get on top of it.
Yeah.
So there was a version where you couldn't get in at all. It was just just up.
It was just a big block.
Then there was a version where you could go like inside it completely, right?
With the roof blown open.
With the roof blown open.
And then there was another version where you could go underneath it, where it was like crazy. And then there was another version.
No. I was memeing.
No. He meant under the map because in Verdansk 84.
Under in 84, it was a known bug spot where you would avoid that area of the map because people were under the map and you could not shoot them. I was trolling.
I thought you were saying 84.
Trolling. No,
84, you could technically like it was broken.
Trolling. No. I was 100% trolling.
The 84 version was like not comparable at all. It was like it was
Yeah.
equivalent to like a high school
It was
stadium. You
literally
go into the
broken.
bleachers, and that was it. Like,
Yeah. It was
just
Like, you
whack.
go
whatever.
underneath, but it was like you were
No,
underneath
I was
like
100%
hills.
trolling.
I thought that's what you meant. I thought that's what you meant.
No.
So there was what, 3 versions then?
yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Okay,
3 versions.
okay. And then when they say train system returns, are they talking like
Not
like, what
subway
is, like-
station. The
Okay,
train.
not
I
that just
think there was
mows
4,
around the
right?
map.
Train.
I think there was 4.
I would
Uh,
imagine.
but either
is
way,
that
Yeah.
like just a
doesn't matter.
regular train, or is that talking about
just like
I would imagine
Urzikstan. Just like Urzikstan.
Yeah,
Nothing
I would
insane.
yeah.
Okay, I thought it was talking about like the when you go at Virgin
Not
Towers.
the subway station.
Okay.
That's what we're
So-
talking
Yeah.
about. Not that.
I mean, honestly, bro, I personally like Verdansk 84 better. I don't know if that's a bad take. I
don't
guess
like-
maybe
nah.
you don't like it. I love Verdansk 84 better.
Yeah, Verdansk 84
I
is
wonder
good.
if they wanted to do this to like then,
But I don't know
like
if
like
that's-
Ebatez said, shape it.
Are you thinking of just the map, or are you specifically?
Yeah, just the map.
Because
I like the map
how
better.
you played the map, it was different because of the movement was different and the metas.
Really?
Yeah,
I think
Cold
Verdansk
War
84 was
different.
great because of like
mean-
no, the movement was the same, but the guns and stuff that they
The guns
added
were
into
different.
Cold War integration
Yeah,
were amazing.
with the
And I think that's why I
strafe
liked
speeds, all
Verdansk
the-
84.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I am.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just personally remember having the most fun ever on 84.
Right. I think it was
And
the
in my
gunplay
head-
though. I think that I think that's like the Mac
But the
10,
lighting was so
FFAR.
bad though.
Really?
The lighting
Yeah.
it looked like an Instagram filter, bro. It was
That's why
terrible.
everyone needed filters for their game. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, and
I
the
mean-
stadium was really down. I mean,
I was doing
the,
NVIDIA filter demos.
Stadium sucked.
I would never do that now because the game.
the
has
Nakatomi
better
Plaza
lighting.
was cool though. That was cool. I mean I saw rumors, probably nothing, but like the people were saying like they could bring that back, like Rambo could come back. All that. I don't know how believable that is though, but it was from like accounts that are pretty reliable. But I don't know if that's anything to salvage from that.
Right. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. Like I just thought that if they were gonna bring back something, it would be 84, just because we're in the 90s. But I guess Hunter knows more about the storyline and stuff like that. He's like, but obviously
No,
there is
dude,
no storyline.
it's abandoned, bro. It's been abandoned since like I mean MW2 they touched on it a little bit, but it's been pretty abandoned. Like it doesn't matter at all.
So then when
It's all right.
like, right, let's say they do it like this, right? What are the trailers even gonna consist of? Like, because technically they nuked it.
Nostalgia. Rose, fucking Hudson, Mace, and like operators, all that stuff. They're gonna nostalgia bait it, of course.
That'd be funny, huh? They're gonna resell
Okay.
those skins too, and motherfuckers.
I mean,
buy them.
Rose there's a Rose skin coming. There is a Rose skin coming in the game. So
Wait, dead ass?
Oh shit!
I mean, dude, if what are we gonna if it's a Rose skin if it's coming back? What the fuck is it gonna be? Like, realistically, what Rose is it gonna be?
4,000 card points.
It's not gonna be some random Rose skin. It's gonna be. Someone said Hudson and Mason not coming back. No, Hudson is coming back. If people are leaking the operators, there's coached operators. Like there's MW 2019 operators. Hudson's in there. He's from Black Ops 2, Cold War, all that. And there's like 2025 operators for the next game that are leaked. Like there's a bunch of stuff.
Bro,
So-
yo, who do I gotta follow? Twin? What the fuck? Oh, man, Hunter knows everybody, bro. What the hell?
I'm just saying. Hold on, I just want to say one more thing. So at MW3 campaign, the XM4 and the GS45 were actually in that campaign the entire time, and nobody knew that at all. But someone like that fucks with the game, he was able to use the XM4 and the GS45 and the MW3 campaign. He also found the HDR in there. Just saying, he found the HDR in the campaign as well, and they share the engine. So like the XM4 and the GS45, those player models, like the weapon models, were leaked before they even announced Black Ops 6. So if the HDR is there, man, I'm just saying.
Wait. Where did that come from? Like, it was in what game? Black Ops 6?
MW3
Or
campaign.
would that matter? Like, if it's Modern Warfare 3 campaign?
Yes. Yeah, they share the engine.
Oh, and from Modern Warfare 2 on, correct?
Yeah, that's why Black Ops 6 got leaked during what, MW2 was it?
yeah,
Like
COD
concept arts, because
HQ,
they
the COD
yeah,
HQ.
it's so messy. Yeah, that stuff's
Oh.
been there. Like people just found it though. And, hey, I'm just saying the HDR's in there, man.
Hey,
Verdansk coming back.
they better look, bro, again, when it comes to nostalgia, if they're going to hit the nostalgia factor, they have to hit it hard, in my opinion. They have to hit like the guns. They have to hit the operators, like everything, bro. Like, I know it's going to revitalize it. I don't think so, right? Like, there's got to do a lot of different things, but at least play into it like crazy, bro. Like, play into that nostalgia vibe. Bring back fan favorite guns. Bring back operators. I hope one of my favorite times ever, bro, was Nakatomi Tower. That was like, for me, being able to drop there. I know that's probably like a 1%er type, opinion, but going in there, getting hella money, getting specialist bonus was always so damn fun. I think that was in 84 though, right? I think that was in Verdansk 84.
Yeah. I mean, it's not out of the possibility though, because if you look at the collabs, they redo collabs. They redid the boys. They just did Ninja Turtles again because they had Shredder and MW2. Who knows? They could do the Plaza again. You never know. So, I mean, Verdansk coming back, so they could easily do it.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yeah, dude. I mean, look, boys. There's a lot of we've kind of done like so many podcasts going over like what we think is gonna happen, what we think, and honestly, I'm at the point where we've done so many of these. Finally, I'm happy that we got some type of info, but like now I'm ready for this shit, bro. If it's actually in 3.5 weeks, I would be shocked, but I mean maybe not after what Hunter said. Like, if they actually released the trailer for Warzone a day before it came out, that's actually nuts. So I was like,
I don't think they'll do that this time around. They probably got a lot of marketing because this is like the biggest motion they have for Warzone is Verdansk. So I think they'll do it more than the day before.
Yeah. And again, if they don't figure it out by the time that shit,
watch on March 10th, they're gonna be like, share your favorite Verdansk moments and blah 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 hashtag Verdansk. Bro, I'm telling you.
Well, then we saw we haven't talked about this resurgence on Verdansk as well.
Okay.
We haven't talked about that.
Okay, that was so. For those of you that don't know what we're talking about, there was pretty much a leak, or somebody said that there was resurgence coming from Verdansk. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. It's like this is not a big thing as a lot of people anticipated, right? It's the same thing that they had back in the day, right? Like,
I think
Caldera had it.
Verdansk 84 had it.
Yep.
Yeah, and Verdansk 84 had it. And then they also had a mini Royale, which was slightly different, where it was like predetermined locations.
Right.
So I think it's just going to be the same. They're going to go ahead and say, okay, around Superstore, just like the way we had it for the recent map. I think it came back or something. That's what somebody in my chat was saying. I hadn't checked.
Oh, they haven't had resurgence on big maps since El Mazrah.
But Superstore resurgence, I think somebody said it came back. I don't know. Maybe I'm off on that one. But
yeah. They did have that. Yeah. It played terrible.
Oh, at the beginning, there was tournaments on that shit.
Yeah, but somebody said it came back this week or something.
No,
Wait, this
but
week?
either way, regardless, it doesn't really matter. It's just another mode for people to play Verdansk. Like, it's not a big deal.
Well, I mean, if they optimize it correctly, it could be good. Because I remember before in Verdansk 84, it was terrible. It was horrible. It would literally be like in the middle. Like, pull up the Verdansk map real quick. I remember playing this. It was really, really bad.
Because it was random, right? On that map.
Yeah, it was just random. I can give an example of like a map it always was on. If we could pull the Verdansk map up, I can tell you Verdansk 84.
Yeah, so like literally what I think this is, and I could be wrong, is that it's resurgence on a random POI every single game, and it just switches because even they did that in Earth 69 as well.
Kind of like how they have a round war, but it would be those specific areas.
But if they optimize it correctly, it could be good. Okay, so Verdansk 84. Okay, so if you look at the top of the map towards military base and like those little buildings, I remember there would be a circle there, and it was so bad because like you die one time. Good luck looting anything. Good luck getting any loot. It was kind of just random, but
it was still early on though, so there was a lot of things they've learned, I think.
Yeah, I think if they optimize it correctly and we get a resurgence, not big team resurgence with 100 players, they would get an actual resurgence and they figure out how to optimize it. I bet you would work really well with downtown and surrounding areas downtown. Like if they plopped it like downtown hospital in those little buildings, I think it could work really good, but they can't just
utilize the ground war areas. The ground war areas were already kind of pre-built for that. You could
they can't just do random things though.
Grozna, not Grozna. The farms, you can do the little area on the left.
I mean, Superstore would be fire. Like if you combine Superstore and like hangars or some shit.
Is this too much to ask for? But what if they took different POIs and then kind of put them like just together, like kind of close?
They ain't doing that.
No, I don't think they'll do that.
They like made it kind of shrunk, where it was like Superstore, Boneyard, and then they took like Stadium and kind of moved it over, and it was like
That would be
like a small
fire as
little-
fuck.
That would be sick. Yeah, that would be sick.
They'd have to build another
But-
map though. I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
I just
They,
figured I'd throw it out
they
there.
won't. They won't. They won't do that shit. They won't do that shit. I just think that's way too much to ask for, if I'm being honest. Like, but the way I think it's gonna run is they're just gonna choose a random POI and they're gonna find an out of bounds of it and just put resurgence on that. That's what I think is gonna happen. Like, that's it. And then go from there. Like, it's gonna be Superstore or Boneyard, but I just don't know how big that would even entail, right? Because would it be just
Downtown
Superstore?
would work. Downtown would work, man. That's a lot of it's bloated. There's a lot of buildings, so I think it would work out if they did
So
that.
then would you do like hospital by itself, or would you do like hospital with
I
other
would
things?
do like hospital, stadium, and downtown, and obviously a little bit of the surrounding areas. I mean, it could work. I don't know if they take anything from Warzone Mobile, it could be a little different. I don't know.
Wait, what is Warzone Mobile?
So in downtown Verdansk, there's that building that's not really that built. It's kind of it's more towards like the left. It's like a mini construction building, and in Warzone Mobile, it's completely built. Like, it's like a big ass tower. It's huge. I don't know if we can pull that up. If you look up Warzone Mobile downtown,
Wait,
you could probably
So
find
it's
it.
different than like normal?
Bro,
That
have you seen Warzone Mobile Verdansk?
no.
They got zoo from Cold War zombies in there. They got a big ass zoo. They got a bunch of different stuff in there.
When it first launched and I played it, I wasn't in there, or did they just add this shit recently?
They just added it. They added it like
Okay.
a while ago, but it's not the same. But that's another thing too, is I hope they do not take things from mobile, because there's some things they got wrong in there, like the buildings, the houses that have the slanted roofs with the attic and the kitchen and the bathroom. In Warzone Mobile, they got rid of the bathrooms in there, and it plays completely different. And I hope they don't take that, because the bathroom was kind of a strategy for that building. Whether you're a sweat or you play like a rat, the bathroom was a strategy. And if they remove it like mobile, I don't know, man. Because I was watching random Warzone gameplay. I was watching Biffle. He had an insane clutch because he was able to round the corner and go in the bathroom and do something real quick and then come out and fight again. So I hope they don't take anything from mobile when it comes to, because people think they are, but I don't know.
Well, remember, the rumor is that Fringe is going to be coming to Verdansk, right? We saw that leak like 3 months ago, whatever, right? So we did a pod on that. I don't know if you were in that one, Hunter, but we were just talking about like where we doing fit. It'd probably be in farms. Like, I actually don't like. What do you guys think? Like, I guess Hunter, because you're the one who wasn't on it. Do you think that's a good idea for them to grab Verdansk and then just build off of it? The POIs that people don't normally land on, the POIs that are not as interesting, introduce fan favorite things like Fringe or other maps and put it into there? Or do they just leave Verdansk as is and don't touch it?
I mean, when it comes to farmland, they should change it, because those buildings are kind of copied and pasted around the map. So if they change it, all that is just more variety. Because those farmland buildings are everywhere. They're up by Corey. They're up by the top right of the map, and Lumber. They're in the bottom right of the map. So I mean, if they do that, it's not a big deal, as long as they don't go crazy with it.
Chat saying that that Hope said that was scrapped, or that he was wrong. Oh, never mind.
I mean,
Damn, that was a long time ago.
they were going in a different direction. They were going a different direction with Verdansk, and they ended up retreating it, from what I know.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, look, dude, hey, if it actually is coming back in 3.5 weeks, I'm up, because, brother, I don't want to play Urzanstan anymore, bro. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of this map. I'm tired of it. Like, I know people love Rebirth. I'm tired of Rebirth. I want Verdansk back.
I'm tired of Rebirth too, man. We need
nukes.
nukes.
VR, you know? Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yep.
I can't play Research anymore. There's no nukes. I'm like, I don't want to play Research. There's no nukes. Like, I don't feel anything playing it. I've won it 2,000 times on Rebirth. There's no feeling from that anymore.
Wait, I forgot that was a thing in Resurgence as well. I want nukes in Big Map. Give me nukes in Verdansk, bro. Yeah,
they have to rework them though, because we don't have the backpack system anymore.
Well, they still have the miscellaneous item though. They still have the miscellaneous item section where you grab the cell phone, it goes in the bottom right, and miscellaneous items. Like, I mean, obviously they gotta figure it out, but it seems like it come back. I think it should come back. They just released a bundle. It looks like the nuke skin from Urzanstan.
I saw that.
If you've seen the new bundle, I'm thinking. Saw that and I was like, oh, we getting nukes back. No, it's just a $30 bundle. I want nukes back. It's just variety. Like some people have played so much battle royale, they need something else. And again, like we've talked about this before, it's fun whether you're going for the nuke or stopping it. It adds such a different dynamic no other battle royale has. When you see that notification pop up that someone's going for a nuke and it says operators
crazy,
going, like, getting a nuke, everyone's like, yeah, like let's stop it. It's fun. It's really fun, and it adds to the battle royale experience because once you stop the nuke, then everyone's focused on winning the game again, and it sucks we don't have that right now.
Did they ever make it to where like you can steal it? I know they said they were going to, but then I don't even recall if they actually ever did it. Like,
yes,
if it ever
you
worked.
could. Yeah, it did. We should pull up this tweet from the guy in Carnage. His name's Ocean OPZ, I think it is. He has this crazy clip that shows why they should have nukes in the game. It's like the most insane car chase ever. I have to find it, but it's like this cinematic
that makes
movie.
The game fun, bro. Like,
Hold on, let me find this.
Like as a content creator, I'm telling you right now, like ranked is cool, but after a while it gets boring. Like I would dead ass just turn into a nuke grinder. Like I would do that for the whole time. Like, you know, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sending the tweet right now. We most certainly have to pull this up. This is like, it's insane.
Well, what I was gonna say is I wonder if they got to rework like also the difficulty on getting one, because I think one of the things that people ran into is people were optimizing for wins, which is good. Then they'd get nukes too easily, and then you'd get them too often in matches. And I wonder if they're concerned about that as well.
Because you think the lobbies got too sweaty?
No. I meant like you play battle royale to play battle royale, not to have someone try to get a nuke every match.
Yeah,
like
that was more a problem in small map.
Getting a nuke, like the average player isn't getting a nuke. So like, but like good players are going to get them regularly, and they're able to like, oh, let's call in a nuke. So maybe it was happening too free. I don't know. That's just more of a devil. Like I don't even know if that's true, but like I feel like that was a feeling for people too.
It was, but on
they would
small
start
map,
in a match and you'd be like, "Fuck, someone's going for a nuke this match. That's annoying. I just want to."
Yeah,
it was.
But I thought I mean, I guess.
But now I have to change my game plan to stop them, or else the match ends early. Like I think some people just do not fuck with that.
You think it was the 30 total wins or no?
Yeah, well, for research, 100%, but people were not getting nukes. Dude, there would be so many people going for them on some like resurgence, but no one ever got them because it's actually really difficult. It wasn't that interfering with resurgence at all.
Oh, I remember now. Resurgence one. It's because, bro,
it was hard,
they made it to where
bro.
it was like almost impossible, and the cheese
you had
was
to be
buy
hella
plates.
good.
Well,
yeah, you had to buy
cheese
plates and you couldn't die.
Well, if
you
you didn't buy
literally
plates,
could not
it
die.
was impossible.
The real cheese was getting that cell phone in the bunker after the fact, because the amount of timer that took off was a lot.
Yeah, it took off timer and gave you money. I sent the tweet of the nuke from Ocean on El Mazra. It's one of those things where, dude, it literally looks like a movie scene. I wish we would get nukes back. If we could pull that up, dude, it's a great clip. Fantastic clip.
Did you send it to JD or Pullze Check Twitter?
Yeah, I sent it to the Pullze Check Twitter. Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to see that. JD's bringing it up. But yeah, dude, I mean, that's one of the things that's like, bro, like, maybe I don't know why they took it out, right? I mean,
and I don't mind if they're harder, because I've like never even tried to go for any of the nukes ever, because they were mainly on big map, and the small map one never really appealed to me. Like it just didn't. Yeah. Because of the whole plate cheese and all that stuff when it first came out.
Yeah.
But regardless, like the point I was making is somebody loads into a regular map that has no clue of the nuke, and then they end up seeing the nuke like in multiple matches a day, somebody trying to go for it. I think that is annoying as an average player that's not going for them.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it comes back to the thing though, when
that was more
people...
my point. So what I'm saying is they could make them technically harder, whether it's 7 wins, 8 wins, or 40 wins, or whatever the hell the metric needs to be, so they're happening less common, and then they'd also feel more special.
Well, the thing is too, though, is the option to steal them. I think it gave an incentive for players that are just playing. They're like, oh, I don't have 30 wins. I'm going to try to steal this. Like, I want the camo. I want the skin.
Also,
so I don't think it was that bad.
I agree with what you're saying, but you're also in the know. How the hell is somebody supposed to know they're able to steal it?
True, like the casuals are not going to know that.
Well, it says it pops up. It says like operator dropped the bomb. It has like an indicator and like says like you can go grab it.
Does it?
It tells you.
Like is it is it like dummy proof?
Oh, you could see 100%. I remember on Rebirth, someone died across the map with
average
it.
casual like is not. You know what I mean?
There was like an audio cue like operator dropped a bomb, like go steal it. Like it would like tell you, and it had a big ass icon, and there was a cell phone on the ground. You could walk up and grab the cell phone, and then you would take over the nuke. That's how it worked.
I don't know. They gotta make it. I don't even, dude. All I'm saying is like, I don't know what they got to do or what data they got. I don't know. Okay, I guess this is the question to ask. Did they remove it due to data showing that it was negatively affecting lobbies? Or did they remove it because, like, yo, we had to get Urzikstan again and they had to pretty much recreate Urzikstan on this engine, or not this engine, but you know what I mean? They had to like, yeah, exactly. So like, did they take it out just because of that? Or was it like because it negatively impacted the game?
I think backpacks.
No, they have to read.
I think a backpack as well.
Thing. Yeah,
I think backpacks as well.
I want that clip pulled up, bro. It's so good.
JD, you got it?
It's too good to not see.
Let me see. Oh, wait. Trying to fix audio? Sure. What do you mean?
You don't really need audio on it. You don't need audio on it. It's more of a visual cinematic. The audio helps, but it's just a visual. In the clip, just to explain the clip before it pulls up, he has a bomb element. And his teammate's driving a car. He hops on the back of his teammate's car like a campaign mission or like a movie scene, and they're driving away, and the whole map's chasing them in vehicles and stuff. It looks crazy. Yeah, you can see it right here. Watch this. Yeah, it's crazy when he drops on the ground and gets it. It's moments like this you remember more, because I was talking the other day, and he still remembers this. Just wait, once he gets it, it's insane.
And dude, this was literally the only fun I had in this game.
Yeah, it's so fun going for nukes. Right here when his teammate pulls up, it's wicked. And if you look at the map, there's a bunch of people coming.
Dude, there's so many
this,
people.
yeah, split circle. They had the split circle in this.
This game was so bad. Oh my god,
dude.
This part right here.
The dolphin dive.
Dude, in this game. Oh my god, he got scooped. Oh, and then split zones.
Way.
Nah,
this actually looks like a movie.
Nah, this is dead ass a movie,
like how
bro.
They built the trailer, right? They built the trailer off of one of these.
Yeah, look, I mean, this is like trailer gameplay right here.
Yo, you see the heli crash and shit?
Yeah, like stuff like that. It's almost like the Battlefield moment. You know, it's almost like
hilarious.
That. And that's why I think they should have nukes, man. It creates crazy situations you don't normally see.
Just remember, guys, nukes created that fun gameplay that we saw. Not the movement, not the split zones. It was straight up nukes that made that entertaining. All right. I mean, boys. Yeah, I mean, look, man. There's a lot of things that I hope to see come back, and I don't know. I hope that I just hope they don't fuck this shit up, man. Because like JGOD's tweet, like Timmy Turner, please don't fuck this up, right?
Hey, people yoink that shit, bro. That was funny. Swag used that as his go live tweet. I was like, sheesh, no credit.
My boy,
I made that
I didn't
shit
even know you
myself.
cooked it.
I cooked it 100%.
Well, another
JD,
thing we saw with the Charlie tweets is they tested multiple versions of the map when it came to transportation systems, like fast travel systems. Did you see that?
Which one?
I didn't see that.
The Charlie Intel, I think.
I saw him say they tested multiple versions, but I didn't see anything about fast travel.
Oh, was it not about fast travel? Are we sure?
No, I think he said there's no fast travel.
Okay, pull it up. Some content creators play tested builds of Verdansk with for Warzone with different map elements, including different map traversal elements. There you go, different map. I mean, dude, I like to hear that because I was thinking they're just gonna plop drones down and call it a day.
Bring that up. Wait.
Yeah,
Hold on. What? Different like you're saying,
traversal systems. Like, who knows? It could be red doors. It could be the redeploy drones.
Cool.
It could be vehicles. I mean, I hope everyone's like, hey, don't do these redeploy drones because redeploy drones makes the gameplay brain rot. It's brain rot. You pop UAV, you hit a drone, you just fly on somebody and smoke them. I think it's brain rot. I've been playing a lot of ranked. I hate the system of you got to have a ring on you to fly away every 2 seconds. I don't enjoy it. It's brain rot.
Immediately after this, bro, I want you to bring up, I think, who tweeted it out? I think it was Doug. Doug tweeted it out, and it was his balloon post. Look, and we've talked about this before. Boys, I'm going to say this right now, and this is probably going to be a controversial take here. But in my opinion, balloons, not zip lines, but portable balloons in general are a cop out for bad map design. That is my, because when those were introduced, it was in Caldera. Caldera as a map was dog shit, was actually horrendous. And because half the time you were looking up, climbing up a mountain because Peak was in the center, that shit was ass. And so they had to find a way for them to make it easier to move around the map. And so they introduced balloons. That shit, balloons is the dude, and this is people thought it was going to be good, including myself, but people don't realize the negative effect that balloons had on the game. This right here is the reason, in my opinion, is why the game
whole balloon
doesn't
shit
feel like VR.
Is the same thing with that bicycle meme with the fucking tire. Be like, oh, the vehicles suck. We need other ways to move. Let's add a solution to a problem we created. Like the
right.
Yeah. I agree. Vehicles should be fucking good. Like this whole introduction of vehicles being ass in Warzone 2 and still their ass is kind of insane.
Wait. In Warzone 2, they were actually not ass. Once we got MW3, that's when they became trash because we had the GMC Hummer EV. That was the fastest shit I've ever seen in my life.
That was one out of 7 vehicles.
The armored
People had
trucks,
to
the
literally
armored
shoot a
trucks was
tire. No.
We just saw that video
trucks were really good.
The one that Ocean Ops just used was
terrible. Heavy duty, but the mobility and turn and speed up and all that.
But they've gone
ass.
hill like even more though. MW3 and Black Ops 6, they are terrible.
I will say that these drones
before that
work better on Resurgence maps, and there shouldn't be any vehicles on Resurgence maps. There's not really. It's not practical.
They're pointless on
like
Resurgence.
That.
Yeah, like
I actually like that. I don't mind that.
Like these on Ashika were fine. These on Bondel, fine. Rebirth, they play fine because there's only like 3 of them that you mainly use, maybe 4. But vehicles on big map should be the meta, and then these should be on the other one.
Because there's no point.
As long as you don't get the BR jump. Like, you know how they changed them between BR and Resurgence? Like where if you hit the Resurgence ones, you would just go to the top and then you'd Superman glide. Where the BR ones, you would like get launched.
Boys, urgent tweet. Charlie Intel just tweeted. Charlie Intel just tweeted right now. JD, I feel like fucking Hunter's what's it called?
No.
The future.
No.
Okay, Hunter.
No.
I have nothing on. I got nothing on this.
We were just talking about this. We were just talking about it. That's
no
why.
way, literally.
Dude, that's actually insane. We talking about the HDR and the Rose. So
it says
Charlie,
per sources. The source is Hunter.
No, it's not. It's not me.
The Growl and HDR weapons are potentially returning to Call of Duty Warzone with Verdansk per sources. Data miners have also found references to the original Rose operator potentially returning as well.
No way.
That Rose will sell that Rose skin is gonna sell like hotcakes.
over there like leaking, bro.
No, I didn't play it.
He said, bro.
I didn't play it, dude.
I MW2 or 3 campaign.
They said, Chad said, sources Pullze Check.
Well, no, because the Grau's not there. I didn't say anything about the Grau, and the Grau's right there.
I know. We're just memeing.
True.
No, because they're gonna come to me about this shit. I'm like, I don't have any fucking. Y'all know I didn't play the game. I don't want to get any flack from them.
The Grau they could do with the MW3 if they do the conversion on that SMG.
The one that was fucking amazing. Oh my god, HRM.
What is it? HRM.
But see, no. I hope they don't do blueprints or I hope they if it's the Grau coming back, then it should be the fucking Grau. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, they cannot do this. Here's the HRM, but it's actually the Grau when you have the aftermarket part. Nah, twin. Like, even right now, the AK, right? It looks like an AMAX. That better not be the AMAX. Like, there better be an actual.
Those are not the same game. Those are not the same guns at all.
Its fire rate is like totally different.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like 40% faster fire rate.
I will say they did a pretty good job with the Car 98 last year. Like the MW3 Car 98 was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I'll be honest. They gon' hit a lick on all of us, bro. Hey, Rose skins, like, you know, there's gonna be Grau bundles, fucking, oh my god, bundle. Operators. There's gonna be a premium battle pass that gives you like, dude. Hey man, you already know they're gonna make bajillions, bro. They got me. No, man, but look, man, guys, we got 3.5 weeks, right? If it's true. I'm still a little bit hesitant just because for them to have 3.5 weeks and not a single ounce of any type of announcement is kind of insane to me. But hey, if history's repeating itself, I actually, Hunter, that is, you just blew my mind, Hunter. You blew my mind because I had no idea they did no marketing for Warzone back then. Just one day to the next. So we'll see, man. But boys, any last couple things before we go, bro? I think we kind of discussed everything, all the leaks as of right now, and just I hope that the dry spell is over and we can have some fun on the map again.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts, boys?
I'm excited. I'm curious to see.
My final thoughts is. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay,
No,
no,
go
you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No,
Okay.
all right, I'll go.
My final thoughts is I just don't want to see redeployed drones everywhere. That's my only final thought about this. That's it. I don't have anything else.
Yeah. I know we didn't touch on it a bit, but I put out a tweet yesterday. I think 150 players would be cool if we can get that back. I know floating loot. A lot of people talked about the vertical buy stations and stuff like that. I think just like little things that add a lot of nostalgia for people, even if it's their initial reaction, they come back. Like you said, Hector, there's a lot of people that haven't played since Verdansk. So if they come back and it feels very similar, at least that's a way to keep them. So I hope that they don't like implement all these new, like, I know we have a new buy station stuff, but it'd be cool to bring back the original buy station, for example, because people would come back and it's like.
What I'll say too is like there's certain topics that we didn't really cover or we really haven't. But I think there's certain things that I would consider deal breakers for people coming back to the game based off when they left the game, right? So there's people that left with MW2 integration and they just said, fuck this. I don't want to play Caldera. The movement sucks. I don't want to backpack loot. They just left the game. And they're waiting for the cycle of whether they get their news from Twitter or videos. They're waiting for the COD is back tweets and that stuff. To actually come back and even try the game, right? And when they do come back, because inevitably if the game is in a good spot with the map and all that stuff, those people will come back. And there's certain things that I think are deal breakers for a new player coming back. Weapon leveling is atrocious in every conceivable
that's what I was
way.
gonna say. I was gonna say, Lucky put out a good tweet, JD, if you want to bring it up.
But in terms of other things, I don't think the movement is a deal breaker. I think the movement as is, not an issue.
I love the movement.
I love the
player
movement too.
coming in. I think it could be more snappy. Sure, we're going to nitpick, but that's not a deal breaker for people coming back. I promise it's not. The average person will just the average person will just go put on slide only and never fucking dive. They're fine, cool. You're playing Verdansk. But I think there are deal breakers with the game. One is the resolution that they're talking about for hacker hunters, not hacker hunters, but cheaters as a whole. Right. With Ricochet coming back in season 3, like actually with an update that's supposed to help with the shadow ban. I think that's also a deal breaker. I think someone coming back to the game and they get shadow banned randomly for some bullshit is like a deal breaker for people. Yep. And I think those are two probably the biggest issues: weapon leveling. And then the third would be like bugs. Server issues, depends on where you live. If you have shitty servers where you live, sorry, there's not much you can do. They're not going to fix them. If you live near LA, you get better servers. Near Texas, you get better servers. If you're outside the US, you're probably fucked on servers. It's just how it goes. But
we need Mr. Ricochet to lock in season 3,
but
bro.
those are like deal breakers, right? Like you getting shadow banned and can't play on your main account. Or like your account for 3 weeks or 2 weeks, that's a problem. Which hopefully it sounds like they're going to resolve with the new whatever update that is imaginary until we actually see it. And then the weapon leveling, which is just an awful system.
Does that make them money? Does the weapon leveling system make them money? Because like, would they ever just be like, hey, here's all the guns with all the attachments. Like you don't have to level it. Like this, like, basically, or at the very least.
It's a playtime thing.
A playtime metric, yeah. But there are other ways to increase playtime.
Events that are not shitty.
Some
reticles, camos.
Prestige camos. Fucking, you had to do 2.5 million XP for a fucking obsidian, whatever. Yeah. Like, bro, just give the rewards for people to grind towards. People are more than willing to use the shit they like to use if it gives them a reward. But using random shit to unlock a random attachment is dumb. It's just dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, I agree because I have friends that
Go ahead.
haven't played Call of Duty since like Verdansk at E4, and they hop back on. I'm like, play Warzone. They're like, bro, I don't have shit unlocked. I ain't playing that. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
And you
okay.
notice this too. You're gonna notice this too because almost guaranteed when Verdansk comes out, there's gonna be like 50 different hashtag ads for streamers that don't fuck with COD. They come there for the bag, which is fine, but they're gonna make the game look bad because it is bad. The system is terrible. When Ninja comes and gets paid to play COD and he ain't got shit leveled, and Shroud comes to play COD, he ain't got shit leveled, and Summit comes to play and he ain't got shit leveled, that's gonna look bad. They don't have a guy like Tim and Nick to jump on their like shit to time in for leveling the max out meta shit before they jump on the day of the game. They don't.
Okay, what do you think there's a way where they find a middle ground where they unlock all guns no matter what, but they're just level 1?
Nope. There's no.
I mean, why not for the launch? They just for the launch, you know, maybe the first couple of weeks they fucking let everyone use anything they want to use, so that it's easy to get people back into the ecosystem. What says they can't do that? Because I mean, Black Ops 6 is already like we're already deep into it.
JD, Charlie put up another tweet. It's nothing too crazy. I mean, it's kind of what we all figured, but yeah, you can bring it up. Sorry, keep talking. Didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
Wait,
I got nothing to say. Yeah,
okay.
I saw that tweet. Yeah.
Charlie tweeted out, he said, we've been hearing for weeks that Activision is trying to go all out content-wise in trying to make Verdansk return to Warzone the best they can after the last few months of how bad the game state is. It's one of the reasons why Season 2 of Warzone had absolutely nothing, which we all kind of already like suspected that.
They communicated
Season 1,
on this too. Yeah.
But they also make they say this, but they also make questionable decisions, right? With the loadouts, they were like, "Oh, you can't go back to your loadout." Everyone's like, "What the fuck?" And they're like, "Okay, sorry." They like, why would they do that kind of thing then? Or they're still making
That was
dumbass
insane.
choices.
I can't believe they were actually going to do that. The loadout thing.
Yeah, they made some
Like-
pretty questionable decisions, but they're talking about Verdansk gonna be the greatest thing ever. So it's like, are they self-sabotaging? You know, like Mountaineer's dirt. We have Omni
Right.
Movement, which should be awesome for Mountaineer, and it's the exact
And it's
opposite.
ass.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I mean, I hope it's great, but they also make questionable decisions alongside greatness. So
When he says content-wise, what do you think that entails?
changing the map.
Map. Yeah.
Maybe.
Events. Maybe the events will be better, like instead of just whatever. I don't know. But regardless, I think the only way, maybe the only middle ground with the leveling of the weapons is if they cut the levels by 4. So every time you gained a level, you'd get 4 attachments or whatever, you know, the comparable math would work out to be. So if you go from level 1 to level 2, you'd unlock a suppressor, a barrel or whatever. And then the next level, you gain 4 more items. So they'd essentially cut the time in a quarter. So there could
I
still
mean,
be a sense
they
of
also have
progression. It wouldn't
default
take
loadouts,
long.
though.
Yeah, they do.
Maybe they make
And I
default
even-
loadouts actually viable.
That's the
Like,
meta.
I
Yo,
actually
cue the
DM'd
JGOD
this 2
clip.
years ago. I actually DM'd this 2 years ago where I said that like
I think it was-
what if
dude, it was
the default
recent.
loadouts were updated regularly to always be the meta. So maybe you have a different preference on what underbarrel you use or rear grip, but they would essentially use the meta loadouts would be the meta loadout. So the 3 perks would be the meta, the 2 weapons would be the meta, and you could actually just use the default loadout all the time for new players.
oh, dude,
I
would.
I even have the. Let me see. I didn't tweet it out. I DM'd, and it was. Let me see.
I put the video in the group chat.
I
Which video?
said,
Of JGOD?
consider doing a loadout slot with a recommended loadout would be meta, that is usable until the gun hits max level, and then once you max out the gun, then the default loadout would change. So you'd have to make your own
Right.
loadout.
Yeah.
See, that's fire. That
Yeah.
like they got to find a way to make it to where like everybody can come and play the game if they want. Like I get the system. I understand why they do it playtime, but I think sometimes they need to make sacrifices on certain analytics like that to cater towards
not just
bringing in
like
the bigger population.
Viable, no, absolute meta. Like fucking whatever the like. I pull up 10 streams, they're all using the fucking cipher. Guess what? The cipher's meta, dog. Like,
Cypher
be
and
fire.
C9.
That'd be fine.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say if they don't do that, me and my 3 friends that haven't played since Verdansk, they're all gonna be using default shit, and I ain't gonna be fun for me. So I hope they
I'm
just
buying
figure out
guns for
the
all my
level and
teammates.
shit. Yeah, I'm not trying to go through this long process just because they can't change things.
Oh, but
'Cause they
that's
literally-
when we actually have a viable new meta and things are different. That clip.
Oh, are you talking about? Oh, he's talking about the.
Just
Did
the
you get
meta
shit
clip.
over
Yeah,
that?
get shit
Like,
on,
Yeah,
That's gotta be one of
yeah.
the most popular clips ever, bro. Oh man. All right, boys. Look, man, we got hopefully we got 3.5 weeks until Verdansk. I hope we can get some type of official announcement here soon. I'm excited. I'm ready to get off Urzikstan. I'm ready for some new content. We haven't had content for a while now, so the sooner the better, man. But boys, again, appreciate y'all. Any last second thoughts before we head out?
Last second thought is someone in the chat said Bro's gonna have 3 different skins per leaks from Alex on Twitter.
Brother.
Oh,
That's
Three
not
different
that big,
skins, just
but-
maybe like black, white, and like some other color.
Oh yeah, Rose Eastern, MGL Rose Eastern, T10 USA.
yeah.
PL Rose.
I just seen it right now. It's on my timeline 2 minutes ago. And
shit,
it's
I'm
not
gonna-
even. It's not even. It's
Dude, we're
one
just
you
getting-
could show on stream, I think, because it's just a text. Well, I don't know if you can. Never mind. It's just a text, like line of code or whatever.
Oh, and they're bringing
Yeah.
Domino back from 2019, so it's very obvious they're trying to dip into the nostalgia thing. Domino,
Good.
she's the Asian girl from 2019. She had that all red like latex. She has a unicorn skin.
Hey, if they
in
really wanted to go
2019.
hard, they should give people credits
I don't see it anywhere.
for the skins,
Hey,
that,
I'm
the
Alex.
amount of
Or, hey,
dollars
I'm
you
Ella.
spent in Warzone
Put it in the
1.
group chat.
They should give people credits automatically to get them back into the ecosystem of buying skins. Like credit you skins you purchased, like a percentage.
No,
That would
not
go
a chance
freaking
they're gonna do
crazy.
that.
No,
Not
but
a
that would
chance.
be good. Like
I
even if they
see.
said, you know what, you bought 10 skins back in the day, here's $100 worth of COD points.
That'd be crazy. There's another
It wouldn't
tweet.
cost them anything. It wouldn't cost them anything because they're free. They're like imaginary dollars. Like
Well, I mean,
Well, it's money
it just
they're
gets their
losing,
ass
though.
on the game.
I
The
mean,
only
like
thing is your
me,
game
I bought a
had
lot
to-
of skin in Warzone 1, so I'm like, oh, I don't gotta spend money to get the new Rose. Okay, like, you know. So who knows? There is a tweet from Alex, the
I see that.
leaker, the HDR in the code, the possibly the HDR in the code. It's a sniper code. So there you go. I don't see them
I
adding
see
a
that.
sniper that's not the HDR. Personally,
I'm
15
sure we'll
minutes
get a
ago.
lot
I
more
posted.
over these next couple weeks, man. Like I said, that every season before like something big happens, there's always leaks and like data miners get stuff. So I'm sure we'll see.
Yeah.
more
But
and more
why
over the next couple
now?
weeks.
Why all of a sudden now when like what files are they breaking into? Like is this season
They're adding
2.5
into
already?
strings. Yeah, they're
Add
adding.
them
Well,
into-
they're adding strings. Yeah.
Season 2.5
What do you
was
mean?
like a
What does that
100
mean?
gig update.
No, it
What do you mean
wasn't.
they're
they're
adding
adding
strings?
Like
What does that
they're
mean?
adding strings of data.
Like
The
every
code.
day?
No, like when there's an
No,
update,
when-
they'll add
when there was
strings
the update.
to prepare things.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, okay, why is this stuff just leaking now when the update was last week?
Oh, they
'Cause
said
it
back.
takes
They're not
time to
gonna
go through
do it
some
all.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah, plus,
Oh.
yeah. It's not all like once they figure it out. Because sometimes they might see something and think nothing of it, and then they'll go, "Oh, that's actually different because of this." But yeah, the
Yeah.
file wasn't actually 100 gig Ebates.
Was it not? Mine was 100.
No, what ends up happening is the original file was 110, and then what happens is it redowns 105, and it deletes the 110, so you end up with 5 less. That's the whole reorganizing thing I was talking about earlier.
Oh, I had to delete Valorant in order to download it because it
Yes,
didn't, like,
because it
doesn't
has to
automatically-
save enough
Oh.
space for the file. It's kind of ass
what
backwards.
you're
You need
saying.
double the space to download the thing because it downloads it and then it shrinks it. So that it ends
It's
up
like a
being like a
rebate.
net. Yeah. I guess you could call it that. But yeah, basically it rearranges it so that the file ends up being smaller. So people go, "Oh, it's 100 gigs for nothing."
Okay.
The reality is it was like it was a negative update. They actually shrunk the file.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
yeah.
Hey, y'all just blew my mind, bro. Y'all just blew my mind, bro. Yeah,
That's what the
if
whole thing
y'all-
I was talking about with the 2 map thing, where they needed to decrease the file size.
Right, I remember that.
Yeah, but basically, let's say the file is 110. When the
Right.
update comes through, they make you download 105, and then it essentially deletes the 110.
So it's not like 215 or whatever the fuck.
No. Yeah, it's 5 less.
Yeah, I'm about to say. Okay, so even then,
you
casuals
need
ain't
the
gonna know
space to
that. I don't even
download-
know that.
That's what I was explaining, that they need to, that's why you need the extra space, because it downloads it and then it basically scraps it. But that's like an impossible task. Just make the file smaller. Like,
yeah, like, bro, I can just imagine casuals are like, are you serious? I just downloaded 100 gigs and now they're making me download another 105. Like, yeah, I can see how that shit can get a little bit.
Every time it's a big ass file, it's them shrinking the file overall. Like the net will be like 3 gigs less.
I see what you're saying.
Nah, bro. Okay, I get it. I understand now. You broke it down for me, Chad. You broke it down for me. I know. Chad's acting like they're mathematicians and shit. Like they sophisticated, bro. I know y'all were as lost as me. All right, boys. Well, look, man. Hopefully, 3.5 weeks. I'm ready. I'm ready to get off. I'm ready to get off this shit. I don't enjoy Rebirth. Air 99 is okay for now because it's the newest thing. Urzikstan, I'm bored of it. Give me something good. You know. But yeah, boys, thank you guys as always, man, for hopping on the pod. Hopefully we get some new stuff pretty soon and we can do another one, man. Hunter, Ebatez, JGOD, as always, brothers. Appreciate y'all boys for hopping on, especially last minute. Today was a good one, and apparently Charlie's still going. My man's just leaking everything. I love it, bro. Look, I'll tell you this right now. If Charlie tweets it, it's like, bro. Literally, Ghost Ope just tweeted out and said, if Charlie Intel tweets it, then it's like legit, pretty much is what he said. So, yo, I get most of my news from Charlie, bro. But anyways, guys, everybody, man, appreciate y'all tuning into the Pullze Check podcast, whether it be on Spotify, iTunes, I don't even know. We on everything, YouTube, all that stuff. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate y'all, and we'll catch you guys in the next one, baby. Peace.